Hour number 2 starts now. Super Talk 99.7 WTN. It is 4:07, almost 4:08. Good afternoon. Hope everybody's doing well. What's going on? You and all of you, give your horn a little honk. Let us know you're listening to WTN. We'd love to hear from you at 615-737-9986 if you so desire. You can also hit us up on the Super Text line. There are other ways to communicate with the broadcast, such as I'm always over on the X machine. Absolutely love that cesspool of social media nonsense. You can find me over there at Matt Murphy Show. Did you see, Ken, you're not on the X machine very much, are you?
All I do is talk about football.
Yeah. Oh, it's talking season.
Yeah, it is.
I think I've got it. You know, I just met with the big boss downstairs.
Yes, sir.
I had to run downstairs for a second. 2 things came out of that meeting.
What's that?
1, more obits.
We got to sell them.
She said, I heard that you can make money on obits. I was like, well, more obits. And 2, where I'm waiting on final approval for I'm trying to figure out what to call it, a Weaver Pigskin Minute.
Where it's me lamenting.
No, man. I saw a guy today, because SEC Media Day is going on in Atlanta.
I don't want to hear it, no.
There was a dude over there that supposedly knows what he's talking about, picked Oklahoma to win the SEC.
I don't want to hear that.
Dude over where?
In Atlanta.
Oh.
At the old media
Who
day.
was it, Brent Venables?
Oh, it was a pundit.
There's a lot of drinking going on at these things.
Well, I mean, I understand that. Some folks were saying that Aguilar is going to be a good quarterback. So.
Hey, we will rally behind Joey Aguilar. We will play good football.
Look, I wish all good things to come Tennessee's way after the 3rd week of the football season.
So Tennessee's tight end actually said today that he expects to be 7-0 to start the season. I don't know.
Did he now?
I don't know what's happening week 8. But
somebody might
bad, apparently.
Somebody might want to talk to Coach Heupel and tell Coach Heupel to tell you tight end when you might want to shut your mouth.
That's locker room talk.
I mean, yeah, that's.
I don't know, what is that? That's
bulletin board material.
Yes.
Is what that is. Oh yeah, I'm sure we've already heard it in Georgia. Oh, tight end Tennessee says he's gonna whoop y'all. Up one side of that field and down the other.
I didn't say it.
No, your tight end said it.
He's a very good tight end.
Is today's y'all's day too?
Yeah.
At Tennessee?
Yeah, it's Vols Day today.
Tennessee, Oklahoma.
No. It's not Oklahoma today.
Tennessee,
Auburn.
Georgia, Auburn, Texas.
Texas.
Oh, that's a big day.
Heavy hitters.
Yeah, the big day. Anyway, that's football talk on the Not Football radio station. But I'm trying to get.
I had a flashback to 1 o'clock really fast.
I just need something alliterative. I need like a Weaver, a pigskin pundit, something. I need 90 seconds out of Ken Weaver every Monday on the Murphy Show just to tell me what his thoughts were about the weekend football action.
Well, you should have heard me after that LSU game whenever our coach calls the timeout, and then we punt.
Ken, I don't think any of that was airable.
Timeout!
Are you kidding me?
Timeout! We got to find the punter. He's nowhere on the field.
He's got his finger up his nose.
Oh, and I'm telling you, last season was a nightmare.
I bet it was. But, I mean, y'all got it turned around. People are picking you to win it all. Somebody said that the same guy that said that he thought that Oklahoma was going to surprise everyone in the SEC said that Bruce Venables would be named the SEC Coach of the Year. Ken.
His name's Brent Venables.
I mean, Brent Venables. Well, who's Bruce? Bruce is his brother. He's in upholstery. Never mind.
If for some reason that happens, then yeah, I mean, he'd have to be, wouldn't he? After last season?
No, I think is it Brent Jackson? Brent?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
Brent. I think if Brent, not to be confused with Bruce, if Brent goes 9-3, he's Coach of the Year.
Well, he may keep his job. I mean, here's the deal. He's going to have to beat Texas.
Well, okay.
You don't beat Texas?
Okay.
And
Let's
Oklahoma,
beat Texas. Let's go.
And you're going to be in trouble.
Just, you got to. Look, they're replacing 4 of the 5 offensive linemen that protected Quinn Ewers last year, and in some cases Arch Manning. Arch Manning cannot throw that cannon arm from his butt.
Nope. Got to get in there and hit
Don't
him.
yawn at me. No, Jackson's getting bored because we're talking about sports. Let's talk about something else.
You got to hit him right in the mouth, right off the bat.
Who, Jackson?
No.
Oh, Arch Manning.
We can do that, Murphy.
Okay.
I'll fight. I'll make it fair. I'll do it with one arm tied behind my back.
Weaver's pigskin punditry. I can't say pundit. I can't say that word.
Punditry.
That word. I can't say it, so we're not doing that. You remember, speaking about old school radio on Saturday mornings, Ken? I would do a lot of Saturday mornings at WTWA.
Yeah.
We played Leonard's Losers. Did y'all ever play Leonard's Losers?
No,
Leonard's
what's that?
Losers was bad. You know what? It was it was bad. I mean, it was cool.
Oh, it was bad.
No, his name was Leonard Post Toasty. I always said he was saying Leonard. I thought he was saying Leonard Post Toasties, but I think that was right. It's like Leonard's Post Toast, but his hook was he had this real Southern drawl. Leonard's Losers. And he wouldn't tell you who the winner was. He would tell you who the loser was going to be.
Oh. Okay.
And he had this way of doing it. The pachyderms from Tuscaloosa prance into Death Valley to take on those stripy tigers of LSU. And they go on and on and on and on. Leonard's Loser. Bama. And just keep going.
Sure, he uttered the Georgia Bulldogs name a lot during those segments.
Oh, he most certainly did. Did a lot of Southeast of football there, Jackson.
What's that little bulldog's name again?
Ugga.
I love that dog.
Short for ugly.
What?
Actually, no, the A's, it's ugly as hell.
Wait, hold on. Huh? What? Y'all just decided to have a dog, too, because you couldn't come up with your own idea.
Hey, I'm pretty sure that our dog came first.
I mean, what's your team name?
The Volunteer.
Right, we're the Bulldogs. And so our mascot is?
An ugly dog.
You're the Volunteers, so
I'm sure it's a sweet thing.
Well, you couldn't find
Bless its
anybody.
heart.
You couldn't find anybody to wear a coonskin cap on
We
the
got
sideline?
Davy Crockett on the sidelines as well.
Oh, do you now?
Yeah,
So
Smokey
who's your mascot?
Smokey.
But you're not the damn dog.
It's the state dog.
Is it?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Well,
You're really making a lot of people angry with this one.
Blue Tick Hound, right?
Yeah,
tick?
that's a
Blue tick.
That's a blue tick. Smokey's pretty good. I'd say I got no bad words to say about Smokey.
Yeah, because he's a good-looking dog.
Despite you triggering me, has Smokey won a national championship?
Yes.
This current Smokey, he better be old.
Well, this Smokey's real
baseball
old. This Smokey's about 30 years.
He better be. Was he born before Peyton Manning took the field?
Was he born in the first Bush administration?
Yeah, well, anyway. Look, we've devolved from old school radio, which people love, to football talk, which people don't particularly love. Let's go to the phones. 16 minutes after the hour on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Gloria Johnson update. I've not forgotten about it, so y'all hang in on that. We will talk to, I'm going to call you John, because I don't like saying the word anonymous. Oh, or Jane. I could do Jane. Is Jane okay?
Yes.
Okay, Jane. How are you?
Well, good.
Okay. You are up. I apologize for making you hold for so long.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I heard a video, a little video the other day on the Sean Ryan show, and I had not really thought about this, talking about the Epstein thing. And, of course, all of that infuriates us and everything. But it had a guy on there named Victor Marks, and he had done over 20 years of fighting sex trafficking. And he says, we will never get a list. We will never know the names. And the reason is once you get a name or a two, it's all interconnected. It's this huge web. And you've got to be ready to make arrests, and it just blows the whole operation. So if they start giving out details, then it messes up all the investigation that they've already done. And I'm assuming that's very true. But it sort of settled me a little bit and made me realize, they're not going to divulge everything they know. I would like to say, hear them say that, yes, we are working hard on this, and believe me, we will get who is guilty. You know what I'm saying?
Well, but they didn't say that. They said that there are no other third party. So, but my question would be, and I have all the respect in the world for Sean Ryan, of course, but my question would be then, how did they arrest Jeffrey Epstein? If naming
Correct.
a name would put the rest of the case in jeopardy, then, well, they arrested Jeffrey Epstein. They convicted Maxwell.
Right.
So-
I know. So I'm wondering if they need video evidence of, let's say, this person, this senator, that Hollywood actor. I don't know. And maybe it's harder to convict them. They got him because he was tied to the whole ring of it all. I don't know. It's
I
too
know,
much,
and I look for ways to, and I'm not saying you're doing this, but I look for ways to feel better about all of this. I really do, because it bothers me.
Right.
I understand where Trump's coming from. I mean, Trump. I don't think that Trump doesn't. I think he wants to see justice done to those that need justice, but I don't think this is his priority right now. And I don't think he wants to turn it into the number one conversation that the nation's having right now. I think he wants to move on from it so that he can advance his agenda. I don't think that makes Donald Trump a bad guy, and I don't think he's complicit in any of this. I think he just has a different focus.
I sure would like to hear him say, our children are number one priority, and protecting our children is number one priority, so that we feel that, and not just drop it and say we are on to this automatic pen, deal with Biden.
Right.
I get that, but and that's just as important, because there's no telling how many things got passed that should not have, and that's definitely a crime. Many crimes, I think, committed right there. But anyway, I just want to throw that out there. I guess it did make me feel a little bit better that I know they're still investigating it, but we may never hear the names.
Well,
unless they arrest them.
I appreciate the thought, and I do sincerely appreciate the telephone call. I think it's setting people up for false hope. I think it's giving us false hope. If we set ourselves up to believe, well, they're not saying anything at all right now because they're getting all of the dominoes ready to go. And boy, when all of those dominoes fall, all of these people and those people and that people and those people, they're going to be arrested. Well, obviously they're not saying that. They're saying quite the opposite. And as I mentioned yesterday late in the show, I do not believe that there is a list. I've never believed that there was a quote-unquote list. I think that's a useful term that we have used for what is believed to be in the mountain of evidence regarding Jeffrey Epstein and his illegal sex trafficking and child trafficking operations. So I don't believe that there is a, quote, list, but I do believe there's information that would implicate third parties. It's hard not to. But what we've been told is that there isn't. That's what we were told. And they did not bother to even hold a press conference. It's one thing to tell me bad news. I can handle bad news. Hey, guys, there was just never a there. We thought there was and there wasn't, at least as far as we can tell. We're investigating whether evidence got doctored or tampered with or destroyed. But until we get some evidence on that front, we're telling you everything that we can. But they didn't even bother to do that. That bothers me. Trump did have this to say.
A very, very quick briefing.
Did she tell you, what did she tell you about the review? And specifically, did she tell you at all that your name appeared in the spot?
No, she's given us just a very quick briefing. And in terms of the credibility of the different things that they've seen, and I would say that, these files were made up by Comey, they were made up by Obama, they were made up by the Biden information,
So is he now saying the evidence against Jeffrey Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell was made up?
Went through years of that with the Russia hoax, with all of the different things that we had to go through. We've gone through years.
So, look, I'm not going down this road because I don't think it behooves us to go. But the president today in front of Marine One compared the Epstein files to Russia. Tony, hang in there. We'll talk radio. Stephen, we'll talk with you as well. Your calls, 615-737-9986, 22 after the hour. Thank you much, Ken Weaver. No music needed. Don't worry about that, Jackson. Loosey-goosey.
Still figuring that out.
Are you now?
A little bit.
Just the blend?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. You'll get it. You'll get it one of these days. 28 minutes after the... Oh, there we go. That...
How?
Okay. I mean, I dig that. Hey, there's been no report of any death or injuries involving the Smyrna thing, right, Ken?
No reports of any injury or death. This person fired off some shots there inside the store. Fortunately, staff and any customers got out okay.
Maybe they didn't have the cold beer that they wanted.
Could have been.
You know? So the reason I asked that is y'all go over to the YouTube chat, and it is a crazy place over there. And I was just perusing some of the YouTube chat. And a couple of the regulars said, one of them said, "Where's Lindsay?" The response was, "I think she's at a liquor store in Smyrna." Y'all, we're family. Come on now. That's mean. Let's hope that's not true either.
Yeah, yes.
Let's just hope.
She's too sweet, man.
No, Lindsay wouldn't be over there. Lindsay, we're just kidding. Don't get mad. Tony's in Chapel Hill. What's up, Tony?
Hey, y'all, old-time radio, man, you know how it is. You know, people setting your rip and read on fire and all that sort of stuff. So we could go on.
Oh, no doubt, man. I had Steve Ferguson, God rest his soul, like the third week I was on the radio. I was in the middle of the newscast, and I heard a knock on the window, the glass from the hallway. And Steve was a big old fella, probably 320 pounds, and it was like two huge canned hams right up against the glass there. I lost my ever-loving mind.
Oh, man. Okay, well, you know how we used to send out radio checks, air checks, all over everywhere looking for a gig. And I got a call from a station over and on the other side of the Mississippi, KIMI, I think, in Keokuk, Iowa, and they needed a country disc jockey for just a short time. They were going to be changing formats. They lost their afternoon drive guy, and they wanted somebody to just fill in for like 6 weeks. I got the gig. I went over there, top of the hour, did the time signal and everything, did my opening spot, and then hit the record. Did my Paul Harvey Midwestern accent, no accent at all. And the PD came on the intercom and said, "Hey, man, cue up another record and put it on auto spin. Come back, let's talk." And I walked back there, and he said, "We hired you from Nashville, and this is a country station, right?" I said, "Well, yeah." He said, "So what's this Paul Harvey stuff?" I said, "Well, what do you mean?" He said, "This is a country station. Corn it up, pal." So I went from Paul Harvey to, in the duration of 2 country records, to Jethro Bodine.
Oh, that's awesome.
Before the quarter-hour spot break.
That is awesome. That is so good. I love it.
Corn it up, pal.
Corn it up, pal. Absolutely. That's great stuff. Tony, that's good. I could do it all day. I've told so many of these stories in the past, but yeah, radio, I mean, we try to do our best. And I think what we're doing in News Talk Radio in this format, particularly the local folks, we're 5 a.m. to 7 p.m. local. So we're doing a modern version of what was back then.
Yes,
Different, but we try to keep it local. We try to keep those relationships going. It's all about relationships with you, the listening audience, your family. So with that in mind, let's get to the local news with Ken Weaver in News Closet B on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Oh, man, I don't do this very often, Jackson. We'll get back to your telephone calls momentarily. I don't do this very often, but I'm going to give you a number of someone, the number for a contact. And I want you to call this person off air, obviously. Oh, wait, no, I can't give. Wait, hold on a second. I'm doing this live in real time. I'm going to give you this person's number and call him. Tell him who you are. Tell him that you are the soon-to-be-fired producer. No, don't tell him that. Tell him you're the producer of the Matt Murphy Show. He'll know who I am. Tell him if he is able, does he have 5 minutes so that we can speak to him directly? Now, I normally wouldn't do that, but I'm so dang excited. I just texted him, and I'm so excited. He's He said he's in a river in Alaska. Call him and say, just 2 minutes to say congratulations, because he probably has no idea what I'm trying to congratulate him on. But I don't want to bug him, but I want to congratulate him. Don't worry, I'm going to feed you baby birds. I'll tell you everything that you need to know about it coming up in just a moment on Super Talk 99.7 WTN. 40 minutes after the hour, 20 until 5 o'clock on Super Talk 99.7. Be profusely apologetic. Say, I know that he's in Alaska. I know you're in the 49th state, yada, yada, yada. But hit him up and see. You don't even have a 2 on that phone dial, so you've got to do it creatively. But just let me know, because I don't want to break the news. I want him here to break the news, because he was the guy that originally made us aware of what was going on in Cheatham County, and there's some big-time news happening right there that we expected to come down this week. In the meantime, Steven is next. Hey, Steven, glad you called.
Hey, Matt. Hey, thanks for taking my call, buddy.
Of course.
Hey, hope your shoulder's getting better. Put you some good rub on there, and just keep using the one-arm man clap until you get your motion.
Hey, you know what I got? I did PT today, and Abigail the terrorist. I'm calling her Abigail the terrorist because that's what she's doing.
Yeah.
She is putting me through my paces. We got to 140 degrees today, Stephen.
Nice.
And I don't know if you've ever had shoulder surgery, or if you know what that is. That's a big – and I'm 3 weeks out from total shoulder replacement. Got to 140 degrees today. I'm very excited. It was very, very, very painful. So there you go.
No, I need one, but I've seen it. I mean, they use rubber bands and balls, and they have you do these exercises, and it's a process. So, but yeah, I think you'll be good to go.
No, man, we're looking. I'm looking forward to getting back on the golf course, getting back on the motorcycle, and being pain free.
Getting back behind those rifles, right? And them handguns, man.
Amen,
you got to
brother.
be able to defend yourself.
Well, you got that right.
So I'm with you on this. The list on this Epstein stuff. There's no way. I mean, if you're using high-level clients for something like that, there's not going to be a list with people's names. I think the only way that we've heard any names come out in the media is just from people knowing, people seeing certain people with him at certain points in time. And Elaine Maxwell, I don't know if I would trust anything she has to say, her being one that manipulated young girls to do what they were doing anyway. She was just as bad as him, if not worse. So I would still like to hear what she has to say, but I think she's a lot of it. I think everybody's scared that she's going to come out talking about Trump, and she probably is planning to, because she probably still gets the news and she knows what's going on right now. But I think all in all, it is a Clinton cover-up, and I think Comey is, the one to look at more than anybody.
Yeah.
I think he went through anything and everything that had any substance on any names.
Well, if that's the case, there is a fingerprint trail, I can assure you. And and I want to get to the bottom of that, and I think that we are owed a conversation about that too. But I got to suspend that for a minute, because I got to talk to this man. Because, brother, one, thank you for calling us. God bless you. You are in God's country up there in Alaska. What is going on, John Rich?
Man, I'm ripping out salmon left and right with my wife and 2 sons.
I love it.
And just got word that Cheatham County has officially defeated the Tennessee Valley Authority.
Woo!
And they are abandoning their horrible project in that beautiful county. Hundreds of homes are going to be saved, thousands of acres of farmland, century-old farms. TVA has tucked their tail, and they are running. And I'm so proud of the citizens of Cheatham County for standing strong through all this. I'm thankful to WTN for getting the word out on this and applying that kind of pressure for the TVA to have to back off.
Well, brother, it's all about, and I know you don't do this, but I'm going to do it. It's all about you. You made me aware of it. You made TN aware of it. You made us more aware of it. I know the citizens in Cheatham County were intimately aware, but when you broadened that field of vision to the point that we really saw what was going on, you helped direct our focus to help you take action. God bless you, and thank you. I absolutely love it when we get good news like this.
Well, we the people are very powerful when we all pull in the same direction. So, like I said, I'm so happy for that county, all the people that were about to lose everything they've had. That's over with. Now there's more to do. Listen, TVA needs to be reconfigured. They need to stop treating people like third-class citizens. They need to drop their communistic tactics of loaded guns and bulletproof vests coming on old ladies' properties.
Yep.
That is the vision right there, brother, that set me off. My blood ran ice cold when I saw that old woman standing in her front yard with guys with guns and bulletproof vests wanting to trespass. Matt, that is not America. That is worth fighting for, and today's a big victory for the people of Cheatham County.
Well, amen. I did not want to announce the news without having you on the phone to our listeners, because you've been the leader in this fight, and thank you for being on with us for a few minutes. I don't want to keep you. I feel bad about keeping you from your family. I want you to get back to those beautiful rivers in Alaska, but come on, see us when you get back home, and once again, what a great day for Middle Tennessee. What a great day for Cheatham County.
Yes, sir. God bless Tennessee. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you, John. John Rich from Alaska. He called us from the middle of a stream. He sent me a picture. I'm going to send out the picture that he's literally in the midst of catching salmon.
Got a big old salmon, does he?
He does. I'm going to send it out to you, Ken. You'll love seeing it. But I didn't want to do this without him on the line, because here's the way all of this broke down. We had vague awareness that there was some sort of plant that was going up in Cheatham County, and Tennessee Valley Authority wasn't talking a lot about it. And every once in a while you would hear from someone in Cheatham County like, I don't like this, or I hear this is happening. But you didn't really get to the bottom of it, didn't get to the story. John did, because when he moved here, he moved to Cheatham County. He was around those parts. And he made me aware of it, and I had him on regarding the story. And I know that we've been covering it from the newsroom, and I believe all the other shows have been covering it as well. I don't know if they've had John on or not, but we've had him on multiple occasions. And John made a promise to the residents of Cheatham County, went out there and visited many of those folks, and said, I'm not giving this up. And he said something the first time we had him on. He said, we are going to win this fight. I promise you we are going to win this fight. And I didn't know if that was true or not at the time, because TVA, an incredibly powerful entity. But John and I talked offline, and he said, brother, I will, if I got to call the man, I don't want to call him. I don't want to bother him. But if I got to call the man, I'm going to call the man. By the way, Jackson, the man, you know who the man is?
I'm assuming Donald Trump.
Donald J. Trump is the man. Well, he finally called the man. And this came out from the Tennessee Valley Authority less than 1 hour ago, 4:02 this afternoon. Based on feedback in response to our scoping process and at board listening sessions, as well as input from the TVA Board of Directors, the Lockertsville Road site in Cheatham County, Tennessee, is no longer the preferred alternative for a proposed 900-megawatt generation facility. With input from community leaders, we're evaluating a site at a nearby industrial park, as well as other Middle Tennessee sites that will support economic development and address the increasing power demand across the system. We remain committed to delivering reliable, low-cost electricity to power the region's continued growth. Look, no one would suggest that we don't need more electricity. We don't need more power generation. Obviously, we recognize that that is a need in Middle Tennessee, but not like this. Not like this. In the cover of darkness, in the shadow of a lack of information, without making people intimately aware of why exactly it needs to be this property and why exactly it needs to be these families and why exactly it needs to be close to these school systems. So for any and all that got the word out, it's great news. And I appreciate your attention to this matter, as Donald Trump would say. because, as John Rich said, it is true that Rich has a powerful voice. WTN has a pretty powerful voice. But without you, the people expressing your concerns, I don't think that this victory would be had. Bottom line is we need electrical power, and if you need a methane plant, you need a methane plant. But you don't do it this way. And the days of running roughshod over the people of this state and over the people of these communities that are affected are over. Give us the justification. Give fair compensation where fair compensation is due. Have listening and sessions. Actually listen to the people in those listening sessions and make decisions that will touch least on those impacted. That's what we're all about. 4345 says it sounds really scary to those of you who know nothing about it. Well, call me, 4345, and I'll have a conversation. I've had many conversations with folks. Nobody likes the idea. I mean, if you don't think we know anything about it, that's what the phone lines are for, pal. 615-737-9986. John Rich was grandstanding. They bought property. They were dishonest at the time that they bought it, said it was for, quote, future use. They knew what they were going to do when they bought it. They then claimed easement on other people's property. They scared the hell out of the residents over there. They acted as if they owed the residents no explanation. And the design all along was to run roughshod over those country folk in Cheatham County and feel like they could get away with it because what are we going to do? We're just the people. They're TVA. So 4345, if you want to call me with a different perspective, by all means do. But if you want to claim that we don't know anything about it, I'm happy to have that conversation with you. I'm not anti-energy. I am anti-shutting down coal plants because do-gooders and green energy folk have convinced TVA and former leadership of TVA that that was the way to go. I understand, 4345, that it's a methane plant. I get it. I understand that it's a methane plant. We didn't want it in Cheatham County. And it was 246 acres, not thousands. But you can call me. I mean, call me. I'm happy to have the conversation. 51 after the hour. Super Talk 99.7 WTN. Yeah, that's good. And look, no rational person is suggesting that we don't have needs involving electricity. I want TVA to be more advanced in their approach. I'm not against methane/natural gas necessarily. I'm not against coal as a fossil fuel alternative. And I sure as hell am not against small modular nuke, which I think we ought to be considering more than any of those other options. What I don't like are their strong-arm techniques. They're using methods that, may have worked 40, 50, 60 years ago, where they come in, they buy property, or they seize property through eminent domain. They claim to go on listening tours. They're not really listening to anybody. They're just allowing people to vent. And eventually they run roughshod over the local community despite the objections from local communities. The bottom line is this. I would say this 4345 was pushing back and say, John Rich is blowing things out of proportion. Matt Murphy blowing things out of proportion, grandstanding and all of that. And I invited the person on, and they declined, said that they were not authorized to speak for TVA on the phone. Well, I'm not asking you, 4345, to speak for TVA. I'm asking you to speak for yourself. But that's fine. That's okay. No one's against energy production. Do it the right way. Do it the right way. And consider alternatives to disrupting the lives of these people that you're going to disrupt in the form of industrial parks and other locations that might fit the bill when it comes to this 900-megawatt plant and not interfere with the activities of the residents of the state of Tennessee. Be more proactive in your public engagement. Reach out and mean it. Speak to the people and mean it. Act like the public servants you are, not like the dictators that you seem to want to be. That's all. Halfway home, Super Talk 99.7 WT, and Mike, you'll be first up. Tom, you'll be next. It is the Murphy Show. Thank you for being with us. Time for news on Super Talk.